Welcome to Dr. Vidya Premkumar's Creative Writing Sessions. These sessions are aimed at helping you become better writers as well as to be able to think more creatively overall in your life. And over to the next session for now. Welcome to this session of non-fiction writing. Today we are going to take a quick look at the different kinds of non-fiction writing that exists, and we will be beginning with one of the non-fiction writing that is due for next session also. So without much ado, let's get into the session. There are basically a whole plethora of non-fiction writing that is available to a creative writer today, including memoirs, autobiographies, biographies, which can be printed as books or articles, and there are also a lot of non-fiction writing which is now available in the form of social media websites, blog sites, and all these places where you can post your non-fiction work also. Okay, so there I have listed down a few of them for you to look at. What we will be working today is writing a piece of memoir. So memoir is a historical account that is written based on personal knowledge or special sources. It does not necessarily have to be in the chronological order of how it has really worked out, and therefore leaves a lot more room for storytelling or retelling rather than an autobiography or a biography. It also generally focuses on a single most experience of a person's life. It could be a moment when you actually had a realization, it was a life changing decision, or something that completely turned around your life or made it either for the good or for the bad. And generally this is what is focused on. So you don't need to look at the length of the writing. It can be a short memoir or it can be a very long memoir also. I have listed down a couple of memoirs that are very well known in this field. Okay, we're going to look at writing of memoir now. Memoirs are arguably the most difficult forms than even autobiographies. At least with the latter, you can be pretty confident that you may know facts about your life, and therefore writing it is much more easier. But with a memoir, you need to be more have a particular kind of storytelling ability which is almost fiction like, so that it sounds like a fiction but actually is based on hardcore facts. So that is why it becomes more difficult, because you have to find a particular angle from which to tell the story of your life, and that is why it becomes more difficult to write that. In this particular session, you're going to learn what you need to plan and what sorts of information you need to gather, and ultimately how to write a memoir. Okay, so take the journey with me and see how it works out. Step 1 is to find your focus. This can undoubtedly be the most difficult part of writing a memoir, and it's not a surprise. Just like any work of literature, figuring out how and where to begin is tough. You might have a general idea of what you want to write about, but finding that hook, that focus, and milking it for all its importance is what separates a great memoir from a mediocre one. So even within this, finding your focus, there are various ways that you can probably do this. So you might have to do a lot of soul searching also to find your focus to actually do this. So grab a notebook and start taking notes. That is one of the simplest way to do it. Whether you're on a laptop or a word processor, you need to start taking some solid notes about your life. This step is essential in finding a focus, composing an angle, and planning your memoir in the first place. Every writer should keep a journal full of ideas. If you're writing a memoir, chances are that you're the type of to keep a journal. Now, if this is the case, great. Dig in all your old diaries and start flipping through it. Make important pages, mark it, jot it down, meaningful quotes that you have related to your memoir's focus. Now, writing a memoir is a very personal process. Anyway, you can connect with your past self through old journals, pictures, or videos also. Especially if you have posted a lot on the social media, even these become a good starting point for you to actually find your focus. Okay, now once you find your focus, maybe you could even look at where you're going to actually, what are the areas that you could probably explore for finding your focus. I've listed down here quite a few of the ideas that could, trigger off your memoir writing: being the first person in your family to attend college, learning a new language, mastering a craft, going to jail, moving to a new country or learning to adapt to something new, winning a contest or an award, losing a job and living homeless and then finding your way around it. There are a whole lot of it: surviving an illness, or maybe coming out to your family, or having a significant change of mind about a political belief or something that you believed in. Any of these could become your area of focus. Now, step 2 is to discuss your topic with others. Sifting through journals and your own personal memory can only do so much sometimes. Even the clearest of memories may have been played out differently than we recall, and even if they haven't, having inputs from others who were present can do wonders for your memoir's perspective. Perhaps you're writing a memoir about your time as a police officer or a firefighter or a doctor or as a student. Find your old work friends, colleagues, take time and have a hearty discussion with them. Keep a notebook and write down whatever you're discussing. So all this can help you reminiscence better. Even though your memoir is about you and your life, it's still been shaped and affected by others, and tracking those people down and seeing what they have to say and seriously remember and putting it down in notebook can really bring more perspective and angles to your writing. Sometimes even talking to a therapist also helps you work out your memoir better, because many a times if you have been going to a therapist, it actually helps to go back to your therapist and talk about that time when you had spoken about it and getting some insights into what all you had shared, and that also helps in writing your memoir better. We move on to the step 3, which is know where to start and where to finish. Now, like most conventional stories, a memoir should have a beginning, a middle, and an end, but of course, the structural timeline of your memoir doesn't necessarily have to coincide with the actual timeline of events. For instance, if you wanted to begin your memoir discussing your homecoming from a long tour of duty or how you readapted to civilian life, then talk about your experience in the army, or talk about your experience of living away from your family and going back to the family and living there. Now, if you have been students who have stayed away from your homes while you were studying and then going back and then trying to fit again, could be an entire circle of story. It could be your memoir. Okay, so only you can decide how your story is told, but remember that you should be aware of your opening and closing sentiments before you even begin writing. Just like any other novel, your memoir needs a point, whether there's a life lesson you want to share with others, a statement about the current state of the world, an experience you have demonstrated, supports, subverts, etc. Okay, so you need to keep this in mind when you're doing this. The step 4 in this case is fact check. To avoid the long, potentially tedious process of proofreading your completed manuscript over and over again for factual inaccuracies, fact check your work before you even begin writing. If you have followed the aforementioned steps, you should probably be keeping plenty of reference materials already, like notes, diaries, journals, outlines, post-it notes, whatever. Okay, these reference materials is probably not as long as your memoir will be. Plus, it is all just concentrated bits of information like names, dates, and other facts. Fact check this reference material beforehand so that you can start writing out your memoir. You will really feel secure knowing the information you're putting there is correct. Now, and the last part, start writing. If you haven't done all your thinking, planning, and outlining beforehand, actually writing your memoir should be a breeze. Of course, if the act of writing is the part you dread, you can always take a course and hone your skills in language and in grammar and other things, and then dive into a full length writing of a memoir. But always remember that while writing a memoir, be honest to yourself and be honest with the reader. So, happy writing for this session. Thank you so much.